Thank you for listening to the Unstable Top Podcast. I'd like to take a brief moment to thank all of our patrons. Jake Rechtenwald, Luffernutter Fan Club, Lawrence A. Carr, Ian Dara, John Michael McCraney, Lauren Newland, and Kevin Stanfield. If you'd like to also become one of our patrons, please visit patreon.com/unstabletop. Enjoy the show.
Hey Nick,
How you doing, Josh?
I'm all right.
You sound all right. Chris, how you doing?
Petting the cat right now.
You're
It's
petting the cat?
pretty chill.
You got an empty bottle over there. What were you drinking out of there?
I don't know if I want to.
You don't want to.
I don't know if I want to share.
You don't want to tell everyone?
You gotta say it.
I mean, you don't have to. That's okay.
It was
Don't be a coward.
It's G-Sups. It's an energy drink. And then the flavor is called Sweet Six Pack. And it features an anime lady with a Sweet Six Pack on it.
Okay. Is there like a running name for those products? Like that cup specifically?
Oh, this one? Yeah. Oh, this is this is the Waifu Cups water bottle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Waifu cups.
Yeah, I have another Waifu cup at home, and I'm getting another one in the mail in about 2 months. How much do those Waifu cups cost you each time? Well, this one was free with my purchase of the tub of drink.
How much was the tub?
$40.
Okay.
But it has like 200 servings in it.
I mean, that's a lot of servings.
It's not bad.
I've had it for several months.
Yeah.
And the cups I think are like $20, $25, and they usually come with 3 or 4 little sample packs. From my research and looking for things for you, it seems like they sell out pretty fast. I'm not super familiar with the segmented releases of the Waifu cups because I never bought one of those, but the ones that do come out and like release in limited time, they do sell out very fast. Okay. Wesley, how are you doing?
I'm doing worse now.
I noticed that you do not have one of those cups.
Correct.
Would you like one?
He'll get one for Christmas.
Would you like me to get one for you?
Please do not put that curse upon me.
I will get you one for your birthday.
I don't want this burden.
He'll keep it in his bag like this copy of Cocaine Bear.
Yeah. Do you think you could take it to work?
No, I mean, I could. I'm absolutely not going to.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
I'll take mine to work.
Yeah, but you don't. Well, I guess you work out of the main office, right?
Yeah.
But you do sometimes go to the schools.
Very rarely.
Okay.
But, yeah.
God has it up on his computer right now.
Wes, you're telling me you wouldn't want to wear the Holy Sheep Waifu shirt?
They're not sponsoring us.
No. What?
We're not name dropping them.
I think this would be perfect for Wes. I can't find a cat witch with like the hat and all like that.
Oh,
they already sold out of that.
Yeah, they do have one though.
Nope.
Well, when y'all get ready, let me know. I'll pitch in for it to get for Wes.
That's so nice.
Hate it here.
You only have to wear it once.
No, he's got to wear it every other day. Every Friday.
You have to wear it to every recording session.
Just leave it here.
Change into it when you get here.
Oh, I found one with oh yeah, it's sold out. Never mind. I'm sorry. It's a frisky kitty too.
Melissa.
G-Subs, please sponsor us.
Melissa, how are you doing?
I'm here.
You had your first pumpkin spice of the season today.
I did.
How was it?
It was kind of mid.
Kind of mid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's because pumpkin spice isn't the best flavor.
We can't do this again.
We're doing it now. I'm only doing it to spite Dan at this point because he made a point to message me because I'm going to go up there to visit him in a couple months and said that he just couldn't imagine how apple would be the better flavor. And I just want to spite him for it. Yeah. No, pumpkin spice it's good, but it's not
Dan's an opinionated old man.
Is he?
Kind of.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's an old man. He's
definitely hip with the slang.
He is hip with the youth. Yeah.
He's a little too hip with some of it.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he is older than all of us, but age is just a number.
Don't say that.
I don't like that.
Don't say that, please.
At a certain point,
Just
Yeah, what's the point?
Let's just stop this now.
personally, at least 27.
I feel that.
Yeah. Anything under that, no. Sheep.
I was talking to Wes in the car earlier because we were catching up about our various goings-ons, and since I work at a college, but I've started referring to students as kids, and I guess I'm just old now.
I mean, it makes sense. They're younger.
Yeah, a lot younger.
Yeah.
Now 10 years younger than me.
Yeah. How do you think I feel?
I don't know.
Everyone in my line of work refers to them as chaps.
Weird.
Yeah. I work with people who are much older than me.
We got a new employee at work, and he was born after 9/11.
You know what year you got to be born to buy alcohol now?
2003.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
What?
I'm aging.
Time keeps on slipping.
Into the future?
Some would say into the future. But I think that time is slipping into autumn.
Mm-hmm.
And, and we can now officially start. Well, I guess not officially. We can officially start the rants about stuff that happens in the fall. Which leads me to my question for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I did not give you any prep time for this. So if we didn't have this conversation earlier today. I didn't give you any sort of primer. So you don't really have time to think. Which makes it better. I'm gonna start with I'm gonna put Melissa on the spot and start with them. But with Halloween approaching, and what better time to watch and engage in scary things than Halloween? What is, if you were gonna make a recommendation for some sort of Halloween appropriate media? It could be a movie, a book, a TV show, a video game, a magazine, a YouTube video, anything. What would be your recommendation? Not just like what's your favorite scary movie, just what's something you would recommend for people to watch to get them in the spirit. Something they could watch and they would be like, wow, that was worth my time.
Please don't take mine.
I'll go ahead and start.
You can't take mine either.
Let's do that. I gave myself prep time because I'm the one who comes up with these. And I was thinking about it the other day in the shower, of course. And I think one of my go-to, like if you want to watch something, because I don't read books, because books are for nerds. And I think it would really be a movie. And I think one of the better horror movies that come out in the last 15 years, maybe. And my choice for today, again, this isn't favorite or best, it's just a good choice, is going to be It Follows. It Follows was just a really solid movie, and it had a good, it wasn't the best, but it was just a good, Chris, what year did that come out?
2014.
2014, 10 years old.
10 years old, wow.
It was just a really solid, I watched it the first time, and I was like, wow, that was worth my time.
I've not seen it.
I'd recommend watching it. Wes, would you watch that before you watch Cocaine Bear?
Yes.
Have you seen it before?
No.
Okay. Well, maybe that's something you all can watch, and we can talk about it next time. Melissa, what about you?
Well, I tend to watch Nightmare Before Christmas every year.
Uh-huh.
At Halloween and at Christmas.
Okay.
I took Chris's, I think.
Probably.
Oh.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So that's a piece of appropriate media that you think would be a good recommendation for anyone trying to enjoy the fall season and specifically Halloween season?
Yeah, or like the nostalgic type movies, like Halloween Town.
Halloween Town is a good one.
I do like all the Halloween Town movies.
Well, the first one is very good.
The first one's good. The second one's okay. The third one, I didn't watch it.
Okay. Wes, what about you?
So like,
I know you're a purveyor of fine media.
am I?
No.
I mean, I guess this is more my sister's thing, but it's always been a thing that we do come Halloween season. But we will regularly watch Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
I have a feeling I may have taken Chris's.
No.
No?
No, we're good.
We dodging bullets?
Chris is just going to put an asterisk on his and say Hocus Pocus 2.
No.
Okay, I think
We'll get to that.
I think Hocus Pocus is a good
Yeah.
one. Okay. Josh, what about you?
Every October, I watch Ash versus the Evil Dead because I just love that series.
Like the whole series?
Yep.
Every October?
Yep.
Just from start to finish, all 3 seasons?
Yep.
3 seasons.
It's 3 seasons.
Okay. Chris? You're good.
Over the Garden Wall.
Oh, it's
so good.
That
It's
is
such
a
a
good
good choice.
Without a doubt, I will watch it right as fall begins, and it gets me feeling right every time.
Yeah, we did that last year.
Yeah.
It was nice. I think we did it across 2 or 3 days.
I think it was a weekend.
Short watch. You can watch it in a few hours, but I like to spread it out.
What's your favorite episode? What's like your favorite shtick in that whole show?
I really, I like The Rock. The Rock. I also like, my favorite episode is the one on the boat with the frogs.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's the most fun.
Not my choice,
Sure.
but it's a good one.
Yeah.
My favorite one is the Pumpkinhead Town.
That one's very good.
Such a good one.
I just really like the frog band.
Yeah, I mean the frog band is cool. I feel like when you watch the episode with when they go into the town, that's very much like you could rewrite that whole thing as like a third level D&D adventure.
You super could.
Absolutely.
I've thought about it a lot.
Okay. Well, there's recommendations. We'll probably revisit this topic, but it'd be really cool if before we get together next time, everyone could delve into each other's recommendations. Think of it as team building, but not being together. We could also watch them together, but no one has time for that.
That's called Microsoft team building.
Okay.
We can cut that joke.
Can we set up a Zoom call and watch all these together?
No.
No?
No, we can just hop in Discord.
Okay. That's fair. We can have a Discord movie night for the patrons.
That we could do that.
We could do that. I'm sure Dan would show up.
Dan would show up.
I bet Kevin would show up too.
I have to mute everybody. It's a server mute.
No one can talk during the movie.
No talking during the movie.
Shut the fuck up. If we plan it ahead of time, I will personally send everyone a bag of microwave popcorn. Pre-popped.
Pre-popped? Pre-eaten. It's empty.
It just has a couple bites taken out of it.
It's got kernels at the bottom. That's it.
I was making sure it didn't get burned. Some people like it burnt.
Who?
Some people are wrong.
Who likes microwave popcorn burnt?
Some people like popcorn that's just a little bit burnt. Not saying I do. I'm not saying I agree with it, but hey,
all right,
do what you do.
Man, sure.
Gotta get it well done. You don't want your popcorn to still be raw in the center.
Yeah, you'll get salmonella that way.
You ever had medium rare chicken?
You ever had a friend who likes their hot dogs a little burnt on the ends?
Yes.
Yeah. You ever had like that friend who just takes them out of the package and puts them on a bun?
When I last made hot dogs, not only did I melt your garage, but I also you asked me to burn some.
I did. Yeah, you did a good job at both those things, melting my garage and burning the hot dog. And it's great because the hot dogs were burnt, but they didn't taste like vinyl. So
well, that's good.
I'm really glad you took that food safety course and didn't get into the cross contamination.
I didn't throw them against the melted vinyl.
Yeah, when I made those pancakes this morning, I dropped a bunch on the floor.
Hell yeah!
But don't worry, I didn't put those back on the plate.
Just the cats eat them?
No, I just threw them away.
Huh.
It was only like 4.
I can't believe you let Chris try to burn down your siding out there.
Josh.
Yep.
You were here.
Yep.
You allowed it to happen.
Nope. This is your house,
You
sir.
told me where to put the grill, and I put it there.
Yeah, but Josh is supposed to supervise all my decisions so they don't end up poorly. Josh is like my keeper. Josh is my...
What is he, your keeper?
He's my chaperone.
He's your chapel roan?
Yeah, Josh goes on trips with me to make sure I don't get abducted or murdered.
That is true. I have done that before.
One of the benefits of traveling with Josh.
Yeah, it'll keep you safe. He might have to leave you at the venue to go find somewhere to poop for an hour and a half. But he'll come back.
That only happened.
It only happened once, and I really had to go, and the venue's bathroom started flooding, okay?
Water was coming out of the light sockets.
True.
It was like you could have told me that it was the end of days, like that a plague of locusts was coming and that blood would flow from beneath the earth, and I would have probably believed you.
There are worse places to experience the end of days.
Yeah, that's true.
Plus, it would have been pretty sweet.
Imagine end of days, and you're in what's that stupid store you make me go to sometimes? The one that doesn't have a bathroom that you like.
Oh, it's
Joanne's Fabrics.
the one that's very selective about who can use their bathroom.
Yeah, imagine experiencing end of days in a Joanne's Fabrics.
Aren't they closing?
I don't know.
I think they're experiencing bankruptcy.
I don't know. We go there sometimes. It's really not. It's not that bad. I just make a big deal about it because they don't have model kits and toys and stuff for me to play with, and I'm a child.
Yeah, that's true.
So I just go and have to look at like the decorations and the buttons. Like, wow, these are great buttons.
Wow, look at these.
What would be the worst place to be at to experience the end of days?
Let's talk about that in the next episode.
Okay.
New band topic.
Well, speaking about maybe one of the better places to be at the end of days.
A KFC.
I could die in the love and embrace of my father. Colonel, protect me. See me through to the other side. Allow your herbs and spices to hold my body close.
You see a chariot come from the sky that's just a bucket of chicken. 2 wings are on the side of it, flapping away.
Again, happiest I've ever seen.
The Father, the Son, and the extra crispy. So, speaking of the places that are things.
Yep.
4 of you arrived somewhere last time. You are now inside of this meeting hall with the court in Exile. You are in the border town of Carissian, and there are a couple of people in this room. You were brought to their court from left to right here. Or, you know what? In no particular order except the order there are in the book. Queen Ursula of Krakova, very calm, composed, elegant-looking middle-aged woman, wearing robes of cream and gold, wearing a golden crown. And one of the most distinctive things you see about her is that her crown has 3 strings of pearls that frame her face. It looks kind of weird. Maybe it's part of the style. I don't know. Not for me, but to each their own. There's also Archduke Avgast Walurska, who was here. You've seen his face before, albeit it was in a like charcoal drawing of his face. Also in here is a young woman. She looks very much like the queen. She was introduced to you as Zosha Walurska, and I believe that it was Finn that noticed that she had a holy symbol around her neck that was the World Tree. You're probably familiar with that name, both in game and real life.
Yggdrasil?
Yggdrasil. Some people pronounce it different. That was my question, is how you pronounce it.
Gotcha.
I also like the pronunciation, Yggdrasil, but I think other people say it weird. I've heard it called Yggdrasil before.
Gotcha.
But I think that was also in a Japanese game. So, and then finally, sort of taking command of the room, is Lord Alzano Cavanto, who is an older man, gray hair, gray mustache. Honestly, kind of looks like Melissa's dad a little bit. He has some scars on his face, and just judging by how he holds himself, you imagine that he's kind of like old man strong. Like, you wouldn't try to steal money from him on the street because he would just beat your ass. And that is where we are. That's where we pick up with the 4 of you inside of this room, this fancy map, standing at the table with these rulers, or with these people of royalty, people
These
of some
nobles.
renown. Yeah, nobles, absolutely. And we went through introductions last time, and we found out a couple things. Merwin, his name is Merwin, and that's about all there is.
Yep.
For her.
No middle or last name.
Yeah, no middle or last, no title, not Esquire, not Dr. Merwin, nothing like that.
Dr.
Where would I become Dr. Merwin?
In the wilds.
The School of Hard Knocks.
I'm not a middle-aged man on Facebook.
We also, I don't think we learned anything really about a sim. He introduced himself as we would expect. But we learned a little something about Pandemonium and about Finn. So Finn, we learned last time that you come from a line of noble adjacent. Is that fair?
Well, I mean,
Your family serves the Jarl?
yeah, so like, I don't know, and it's not like, I don't know how to put this, because it's not like it's like a position that's been passed down or anything.
Look, I'm just saying, like, if there was a parking lot, right, you guys would have a spot at the front next to the building.
Sure. Look, if you were to punch a guard and he were to get pissed about it, you'd be like, hey, my dad's the fucking
Guard captain?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay.
But yeah, sometimes more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah, maybe aim for a better character next time.
Yeah.
Maybe decide to be the son of the Jarl instead of the.
Just be the Jarl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just say whatever I want in the backstory. Yeah.
And then we also learned a little bit about Pandemonium. Pandemonium, who I feel like you've revealed your name before.
No, never once.
At least not even your last name.
The last name, I think.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Go ahead and give us the full. Can you give us the full shtick again?
Yeah, he would have introduced himself as Jacob Pharamond, son of the noble house Pharamond of Zobek, though his chosen name is Pandemonium, and he would ask that you refer to him as such. That was it.
So there's at least one noble. When he when I feel like Pan. I don't remember the order we did it in last time, but I feel like Pan, like canon, introduces himself last.
Yeah.
And there's got to be this moment where he introduces himself, and at least one of you, maybe all three of you, just kind of look at him like side eye, like what?
I probably wouldn't.
It doesn't surprise you at all that he's a noble.
No.
No. Why? Because he's incompetent.
How would I know?
Well, when he says he's from the noble house, that might be a good clue.
Well, that's how he got away with blowing stuff up.
I mean, nobles
That
are
makes
dime
so
a dozen.
much sense.
Guys, my
God.
parents are House representatives, so just go ahead and throw this DUI under the table.
I mean, is it really surprising that noble? You have 6 of them in here now, just wandering about. It's not that surprising. This is like a penny finding a penny in the street.
Ooh.
They're everywhere.
I would pay somebody money to put whatever Josh just said on a t-shirt. I would wear it too. All right, so these nobles in here, which one of them is going to address you first? I think the one who does a lot of the talking, at least for now, is going to be Lord Cavanto. That is the gray-haired and mustache guy. Again, very like stout, very strong looking, even though he is older. Looks like he keeps up maybe with like a training regiment. Everyone roll me a history check.
14.
I got a 19.
5.
Nope, 0.
0.
Pan, I think you would know that Lord Cavanto is not only famous for being the ruler of Carisian. He became the ruler a couple years ago. But he had also been a fairly famous, like regionally famous warrior and adventurer.
Oh, okay.
So
Explains a bit.
so you come into his court, and he's the one who addresses you. You are guests in our court. It seems you have traveled quite far to meet with us. So we shall give you adequate time to hear your plea, to hear your news, whatever it may be, that you bring to our table. I will have you know, though, we have our own problems that we're currently dealing with.
All right, noble boy. Give it to him.
I'm sorry, are you calling me a noble boy?
No, I'm talking to my noble companion
Oh,
here.
of course, sure. Noble boy, please, go ahead. The one that goes by the name of Pandemonium, instead of a strong name like Pharamond.
Lord Cavanto, thank you for taking the time to hear what we have to say here today. We have been sent from the city of Zobek by the Clockwork Oracle to ultimately defeat the leader of the Ghoul Uprising. To do that, we need to acquire the holy robes of Sister Adeline to use them to stop the Dark Wedding.
What's everyone's passive insight?
Not good.
That is your, if you look at your sheets, That is the number in parentheses or next to your insight.
11
plus.
I've also got 11.
13.
12.
When Pan brings up, you said defeat the leader of the Ghoul Uprising, and you also said the holy robes of Sister Adelaide.
Said both of those things.
You did say that. When he brings up the name of Sister Adelaide, Finn, you notice that Queen Ursula, that sort of piques her attention.
Okay.
I mean, she was paying attention before, but you see kind of a change in her face when she hears that. And she seems much more interested in what Pan is saying.
Gotcha.
So you've been sent here by the Clockwork Oracle in an attempt to quell some ghoul uprising.
Yeah, that's the gist of it.
And what reason do you have for coming here?
We were told that the robes were most likely in possession of the Knights of Sif, and that you all, the Horde in Exile, would have some idea of where we could obtain them.
We are aware of this problem with the undead. Tell me, what one of your experience has been? You have traveled all the way from Zobek, many days of travel.
Man, the whole spiel. The whole thing, I think.
It's fucked, man.
Maybe sans
game
us getting ghoul fever.
Your friend looks awful pale. Is he eating a guard right now?
Oh, no. He's just tasting him.
Ah, yes.
It's part of their culture. Don't mention it.
It's like he's sensitive about it. Yeah, I mean the whole thing.
And so when you say the whole thing,
yeah,
there's nothing about your venture so far that involves ghouls that you leave out, except for the fact,
contracting ghoul fever a few times.
Do we want to tell them about ghoul dinner?
You don't want to tell them about ghoul dinner?
Do we want to tell them?
Why would you not want to tell them about ghoul dinner?
I don't know.
That they're capturing people and taking them somewhere to eat on them. No, let's keep that secret from them. Let's just just let your people run out at night. It's fine.
That is one of the more sort of grotesque things that you guys have observed.
Yeah.
I
think we leave ghoul dinner in.
One of our companions had turned into a rat, but
which was a handy escape. Melissa, sorry, go ahead.
I think that would help explain how serious the problem is. The issue.
So ghoul dinner is...
I think ghoul dinner stays in.
Ghoul dinner is...
It's on the table.
Ghoul dinner's in. I don't think we should tell them that we've been stalked by a ghoul.
You don't think so?
That feels targeted.
It's fair.
Well, so...
We have encountered several ghouls on the road.
I think telling them we've been stalked is the right thing to do.
They need to know if there's any threat to their house.
I don't agree.
Because if they're stalking if they're smart enough to stalk one group...
Asim has a good point. If they're wasting time stalking the four of you, then who else could they be stalking?
Yeah.
But my question is though, are they stalking us just because they're stalking everyone on the road, or is
key
it
figures?
It's it's not like they're... Because that ghoul could have walked in and kicked our ass at any point in time.
But they had a missive to not let someone down. They were on a mission.
Exactly. That's why I don't think we should tell them about it. This conversation's happening right now, live.
You guys
we're whispering.
This is a conversation that happened in the.
Hey guys, huddle up
while you were waiting to come in. So I give you guys you waited for about an hour before they actually brought you in here, this is the convenient flashback where you guys get to talk about what you actually want to tell and not tell.
I do think though we should reinforce how we've encountered a lot of refugees and people who have been displaced because of this, and even outside their own cities, I'm sure they're familiar with the hordes of people who are hoping to get in but are being turned away.
Okay,
it's a serious problem.
So just to confirm, everything is on the table except for ghoul bite and infection.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
and ghoul stalker.
I think ghoul stalker needs to be brought up.
I would vote against it, but Pan's our face at the moment, so
I think we should tell them. We've got 2-4.
Merwin,
because
do you agree that it should be shared?
I don't see why not. we could just say we don't really know where she came from or
where she went.
where she went.
She had on a fashionable wig.
Well, less than fashionable.
Okay.
Someone say she was in disguise.
Yeah,
you would never have known.
I think everything's on the table except for ghoul bites.
But they were cured.
Well, we don't
Twice.
want them to suddenly distrust us.
I mean, I haven't been infected yet.
Must be nice.
That's true. Sim is the only one who has not been afflicted with ghoul fever yet.
Cause he can't be.
You want to bet?
No.
Ooh. Diseases don't work, sir.
You'd be surprised.
Nope. Don't work.
This one's a curse. So
I want you to know
different.
that. I want you to know that in this PDF, I'm only on page 88, and there are 355 pages.
Okay.
There's a lot.
Every one of them has one that gets by your paladin defenses.
There's a lot of things that could happen.
I can't wait for your god to abandon you and then you get ghoul fever. It'll be
Holy
pretty
shit.
funny.
Yeah, everything's on the table.
Okay,
except for ghoul bites.
So you bring all of this up.
Yeah.
Are there any things that you want to specifically highlight here that you feel like are important to actually talk about versus just saying like, yeah, we cover all of it?
Ghoul dinner.
Yeah, I think we do put heavy emphasis on ghoul dinner
Yeah.
because it's bad.
Okay. So you take that's got to be a half-hour conversation at least, sort of recounting everything that you've experienced directly involving ghouls. Maybe you don't mention you don't give them the whole shtick. You give them the spark notes of, what happened in Zobak and the Red Sisters and all this other stuff. You definitely name drop Brick a couple times.
Oh yeah, spread his fame.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And when you finish all of this, and sort of as this is going on, I'm gonna carry this over to Finn because he's the one who's sort of really. Hang on, sorry, I thought about something. Aaron, you have the observant feat, don't you?
I don't know.
Oh, never mind. It's perception and investigation, not insight. Never mind. Finn, you'll notice that as Pan is telling this story of these events, Lord Cavanto starts eyeing the Archduke, especially when you bring up the whole thing about multiple people finding these charcoal drawings. I think you guys even have that.
Yeah, of him.
And it sounds like you would produce it as well.
I don't see why not.
And it's given to him. You can see that his demeanor sort of changes when that is brought up, and you see now that he's sort of side-eyeing the Archduke. Not very friendly.
Valid.
You bring up all of this story though, and there's sort of like this moment of silence when you finish, and it's kind of this moment where like they don't want to be rude and start talking before giving you ample time, but also there's probably this maybe moment of like they're trying to process all of this, and the silence is broken by an uncomfortable belly laugh from the Archduke. And he grabs his goblet and takes a sip of his wine and puts it back down on the table aggressively. There's a little bit splashes out of the cup onto the table. He says, I think all of you are quite brave. No doubt about that. No one here would question that, but I think you're overestimating the ability of these undead denizens. Surely a few ghoul patrols on the road is not indicative of any real threat to anyone here. I mean, if they want to subside underground and live in the shadows, they have done so for so long. Let them do their thing, as long as they're not harming the rest of us.
Go ask the Graveslayers that question, or go say that to them.
I'm sorry, the who?
The Graveslayers.
Who is that?
That's the dwarves that help keep.
Oh, right, the dwarves. Yes. Well, the dwarves have proven time and time again that they are simply built for the task.
Oh, so you must be built as a coward.
Holy shit.
Roll me an intimidation. Oh, no. All right, so Josh has rolled 2 natural ones in a row.
Yep, so it turns automatically into a natural 20.
Yeah, 2 negatives make a positive.
That's right. That's right.
I really wasn't trying to intimidate him either. I was just speaking out.
Well, good news. It didn't intimidate him.
He looks, and he kind of eyes you. The Lord Cavanto gets a good giggle out of it. He tries to stifle a laugh by you calling out the Archduke. And the Archduke will sort of snap back at you. Sir, I'll have you know that while this may not be my court, I will not allow you to speak that way to me. I will allow this time to pass as a warning, but if it happens again, we will have to discuss punishment, and perhaps that will mean you spending the night in the dungeon, or maybe we'll have the guards take you out back and kick the shit out of you.
Oh, is that because you can't yourself?
All right.
Yeah, we're doing this. We're going all in.
Lord Cavanto will put up his hand. That's quite enough. He pours himself some more wine.
Oh my god, he drained the whole thing.
He has a drink. His liver looks like a football. Cavanto will put his hand up, and this is not going to happen here. There are much more important discussions to have. I think that it is quite concerning that these ghouls seem to be looking for you, specifically Arvgast. I think that maybe changes our view here, that perhaps we need to take action instead of sitting around and allowing them more time to plan. He'll turn to Asim, who is sort of like a diagonal from him. I do commend you and your companions for assisting the Graveslayers. I am familiar with Captain Bonebasher. He is an old friend, and if he did not communicate it to you, I'm sure that he deeply appreciates what you have done. And even the 4 of you going into those lands is that on a recovery for him and his people is truly brave and honorable.
I kind of just bow.
Yeah.
Slightly.
No, he's cool. He fucks with you. The other guy, he's, Avgast will speak out too, and we ourselves are refugees, and there are refugees coming from everywhere. You mentioned the plight of the common man. No one knows the plight of the common man quite like I do. But what sort of benefit, what sort of relief could we offer to them at a time like this? We simply don't have the means to do so.
Taking care of the ghoul problem would probably solve a lot of that.
All right. The Queen, Queen Ursula, Urzula, will speak up. If you are not aware of the troubles that we have been experiencing, our kingdom was taken over by the undead as well, which is why we are here. You may have heard this already, that our kingdom was taken over by a group of vampires. Now, I would like to return sooner than not. You say that you are looking for the holy robes, and if these can in fact be used as a tool, then I believe that whatever it is that I can offer to you is on the table. Whatever help that I can provide to you is beneficial not only for all of you, but also for me and my people. Avgast curls his mustache, curls it up. Yes, I agree that these creatures must be, that these vampires are a serious threat. These ghoul patrols, perhaps harmless, but these other things are a problem. What we really need to do is we need to convince the dwarves to join forces with our army to push out the undead. But that is perhaps a conversation for another time.
We gotta split the party. Diplomatic, here we go.
As well, so you've come here in search of the holy robes. And it may be that that the court is aware of their location, but that would be something that we will all need to decide on to see if that is something we can come to an agreement with. That all of us are in agreement with putting our faith in the four of you from Zobek and your mission from the Oracle. That being the case, I think we'll go ahead and break from the table. You may come speak with us individually. Think of it as like a mini game.
Oh my God.
And you can share your ideas and interact with us and try to convince us.
And if we score so many points, perhaps you'll help us.
I think that's a fine rule. I'm not sure of your family history, young Pandemonium, but if it's anything, yeah.
Yep.
Sounds good. You must have done this before.
A few times.
And they'll all sort of go about the room. Lord Cavanto stays at the table. Queen Ursula will step over to one of the large windows and look out into the courtyard. The younger girl, Zosha, steps over to a bookshelf and starts digging through, like just kind of, not digging through, but sort of looking through some book spines. And then Avgos takes his goblet, fills it back up, and steps over to the side of the stairwell and sits down.
All right, everyone take a person and convince them that we're good.
I want Josh to go fight that guy.
I think Josh should go fight that guy.
I really want that. That's what me, Wes, the player, wants.
Roll me an insight check.
Me?
Yeah.
All right, insight check. He would kick Josh's ass.
19.
19. On a scale of like 1/4 to like 27, right? Like non-arbitrary, obviously. You'd probably rate him at about a 3.
I can take him.
You think
You could take him.
like 1v1.
You've done worse. You
1v1
fought harder and made it.
Yeah, 1v1. You think Asim could probably take him?
Yeah.
Maybe not the other guy. Maybe not Lord Cavanto.
Nah, Cavanto.
But this guy.
Fucking with.
Yeah, you think that Asim could probably beat him?
Yeah. Finn looks at Asim like mean mugging him after he talks shit about him, and he's like, gives him a thumbs up. Like, you got this.
I think that's a bad idea if we're trying to convince these people.
Hey, maybe he'll respect it. Kick his ass. Maybe he'll respect you more.
Not if he's the bad guy. It'd be
If he's the bad guy, maybe he respects it even more.
What do you mean if he's the bad guy?
He's the bad guy.
He is the empire of the ghouls. He is the emperor of the ghouls.
He has a cane and a mustache.
And?
He twirls it menacingly.
Does he also have a cat that he strokes?
Do you think pimps were heroes?
I'm not going to answer that question. So they divide up. It's very much now sort of you've done your introductions, you've made your claim on why you're here. Everyone has sort of given their piece if they wanted to. It is sort of turned now into like a much less formal conversation. Mm-hmm. So if there's anyone you want to speak with, it seems like the queen is sort of on board. At least it seems like she is.
All right. So who's going to talk to who?
All I know how to do is punch.
See, I was actually thinking you would do well to talk to Lord Cavanto.
So I could punch him?
No, because he's a former adventurer, and I feel like you guys could really get along.
Well, that could be said for a number of us, me or Merwin, because most of my time growing up was literally.
No, I thought you should go fight that guy.
Yeah, you gotta go fight that guy.
I go fight the guy,
dude. You do so good.
Everyone, roll me a d6.
I got a 6.
1.
I got a 1.
4.
Okay. Finn, who are you talking to? You pick first.
Oh shit.
Why wouldn't we roll a d4?
Because there's less opportunity for repeats on a 4, on a 6 and a 4.
All right.
Was it Queen Ursula that had the Yggdrasil necklace, or was that the?
Or was it the grumpy? It was the grumpy daughter, or the grumpy girl, Zosha?
I'll go talk to her.
Okay. So Finn's going to talk to Zosha. Sim, who are you going to talk to? The Queen, Lord Kavanto, or Archduke Avgast?
Fight him.
Fucking
Kick his
goddamn.
ass. Take him down.
Kick his ass.
Who are you going to talk to? All right, he's going over to Avgast. Merwin, do you want to talk to the Queen or Lord Kavanto?
I'll take Lord Kavanto.
Okay. All right. Going
Well.
to Lord Kavanto.
Time to turn on the sex appeal.
All right.
Let's turn on the sex appeal.
Calm down.
Sorry.
Pam.
Sorry. Did you not want to sit on her face?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Put her back.
All right.
Wait. What?
Oh. So, mommy. He already has a study mommy. Maybe he needs a royal mommy.
Doesn't he already have one?
Oh yeah. No, not anymore. She did.
Well, about that. I can only probably use this name once.
It all started the day he was born.
Whether your parents like it or not.
Hey,
I was green.
Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start with Finn. So Finn, you step over to the bookshelf, and Zosha Walerska, who you are, just judging based on looks, she very much looks like the daughter of Queen Ursula. Probably in her early to mid 20s.
Yeah. I would probably start by asking about her
Favorite animal,
Let me-
so you could turn into it.
Let me tell you about her appeal here, about her look.
okay.
She has long black hair that she has stylized into a ponytail, similar to this type of hairstyle that you would see maybe one of your people's berserkers wear.
Gotcha.
Sort of like a high ponytail. The sides are kind of braided. Silver holy symbol of the world tree around her neck, and she is just sort of looking through the books here.
Are they Northlanders, or is she just like a Northlander weeaboo?
Oh no.
She's a sweeaboo. She looks to have some connection. She has dark hair, fair skin.
Well, that means
She might
No.
she might have something going on.
I think I'd kind of approach her and, talk about her holy symbol and all of that, and then kind of transition into talking about how in the Northlands we have the long winters. And that time period, everyone's huddled away, and that's when the undead and things start to creep out, in the cold, dark nights of winter. But here, it's been very different because the undead are starting to present themselves anywhere. We're seeing them even brazen enough to come out in the day with a cold intelligence. And I kind of just try and parallel it to tie it to the Northlands and that history that she seems to have some interest in, and then try and reinforce how things are very different and very bad here.
Okay. So if you tell her this, she turns her attention away from the books, and she's paying attention to you as you talk. And she'll ask, your friend said that you came across a number of undead, even something that he referred to as ghoul dinner. Did you offer those undead any passage, any promise of safety, or any sort of agreement to not harm them when you came to conflict with them? You said you ran into some on the road as well. Did you allow them to live, or did you destroy them?
Didn't we?
Sorry, this is a West conversation.
I understand that. Calm down, Nick.
I don't
think we instigated the very first one.
I don't think we did either. I think we were always being ambushed or taken or captured. I think Finn is of a mind that I'm trying to think how he would contextualize undeath for how he perceives the world, right?
If you were given the opportunity today, if you were to step outside of these walls and come face to face with an undead, would you smite them down, or would you let them be?
I think genuinely, if they were doing no harm, I don't think Finn would have an issue with undead. But that's not been his experience thus far with these.
I feel like Finn would be very against undead, though. His whole nature thing. Isn't that an insult to nature?
Because like he's very much about like the spirits of the war, like communing with spirits, but and a lot of that, I think, in his culture is connected with undead, and that's part of why he's looked upon so poorly.
I was just going to ask, do you think that Finn's viewpoint of undead clash with his peers and his family's view of undead?
I think it would.
He draws little...
Which may not be to my benefit in this scenario, but...
roll me a religion check.
Sure. Ooh, 6.
6, okay.
We're really rolling strong today.
So you talk to her about... You sort of relate the stories of like the issues that you guys have. You said you called it the long dark, the long night. What'd you call it?
I don't know if there's an exact term, but the winters are much longer in the Northlands, and like at that time period, that's when a lot of these, you know,
the monsters come out,
pretty much,
right? And you sort of share that, you know, it sounds like you're almost saying though that's part of the lifestyle.
Yes,
that's part of the sort of what you have to deal with, but here is very different.
Yeah.
And they're almost brazen here, and that's an issue.
Correct.
They're upsetting the balance of what they should be doing with this. Roll me a persuasion check. I'm giving you disadvantage on this.
Yikes.
Because when you tell her, when she asks you about the undead, and you give her your opinion, which granted she believes you're being honest.
Yeah.
She doesn't think you're trying to fool her or trying to give her like half truths. Yeah, but she does not agree with you whatsoever, and you pick up on that. You know, as you're talking, you sort of realize you've dug a hole. Yeah. That's just conflicting viewpoints. She does not like the undead, and she has no reason to offer them any quarter.
Okay. So my worst roll is a 9.
Okay. Let's go to Merwin. Merwin, you step over to Lord Cavanto, who is sitting at this table. He looks, I mean, he's a powerful looking person, both physically and based on just sort of his whole stance here. He seems like the kind of person who knows what he's doing. Seems like he's been a successful leader up to this point. And, is also a well-known former adventurer. He actually looks... How tall is Merwin?
6'5", I think.
He looks up to you because he's shorter than you. But he looks up to you, and as you approach him, he stands up and offers his hand to shake yours. I was quite impressed hearing the stories of you and your companions. It reminded me a little bit of my old adventuring days, going out on the road and trying to solve everyone's problems. There's a time or two that I have also eaten grubs off of bark. I feel like we have that in common.
Delicious.
Sometimes you have to do what you must to survive. Tell me, how did you get wrapped up in all of this? It seems, no offense, it seems so much more involved, or so much bigger than a simple life in the wilds.
Well, I was living a simple life in the wilds, and then something happened. I lost all of my friends, all of my people that I saw day in and day out, and then I was alone. So the only thing I thought to do was venture to the city, see what kind of information I could get, and in turn, I saw all these injustices happening, and I just needed to do something about it. And now here we are. We're still, it's more layered than when we originally started out. Can I backtrack real quick? Is he the one against helping us?
No, this is okay. The one that thinks that seems kind of annoyed with Archduke Ovgast.
Okay. Yeah,
This is your dad.
That doesn't mean anything.
No, like he looks like your dad. Sorry, not your literal dad. Father.
This guy's your dad.
Dad, can you help us with the undead?
Money, please.
No, you gotta do it yourself. I would probably start asking him about his experiences traveling. Did he have any fellow travelers that he traveled with?
Yes, there was one. I dare not speak his name in public company, but we were quite close.
Were they roommates?
We did live together, I suppose, for some amount of time on the road.
Are they going to remake his story, and instead of making it two lovers, they're going to make it about a brother and a brother?
I'm not sure of your implication, but
We cannot go an episode without implying some NPC is gay.
I admire the journey that you've taken so far. It takes a lot of strength to involve yourself in things that other people would assume are not their problems and try to fix them for better or worse. And it sounds like you have taken on a noble task, and the fact that you have stuck with it for so long means that I think that you are also an honorable person. I want you to roll me a persuasion check. I'm giving you advantage on this one. You guys got Lord Cavanto in the bag based on Asim being a dickhead to the Archduke.
You're welcome.
And you
Is it 18?
just being honest with this guy. 18?
Yeah.
Says, I'm unsure of what the next step is, or where we need to go from here. But as Lord of this city, I would feel confident in supporting the four of you and whatever that journey may be.
So, Merwin's kind of like a simple person. She gets straight to the point. I'm basically just going to say, shit just keeps happening. And there's a way to fix it. We have to do something about this before it gets out of hand.
He puts his hand on your shoulder, not in like a creepy way, but just in sort of like a, he understands. He says, my dear, when you are adventuring, when you are on the road, when this is the life that you choose, there's always shit happening. And the best thing that we can do when that shit happens is to try to deal with it in the best way.
Yeah, and if we can do something about it, we should.
I agree. All right. Everyone peed except for Josh.
I didn't have to. I was going to wait till I was in the middle of my whole spiel.
Dehydrated as fuck.
I'm gonna piss
Like a real man.
on Hobgoth.
I'm gonna pee. It's gonna come out like toothpaste.
Ow.
They expect me to do something so feminine as drinking water.
Yeah. Okay.
I only drink a Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Next, I'm gonna vote for Kamala Harris.
I mean, that is water.
It's mostly water and gluten.
My favorite.
So, Sim, you go over to Ovgost.
Oh, God.
Ovgost has filled up his goblet with wine, and he is standing next to sitting near sort of the stairs leading out of this room. And you take a step toward him a little bit. He looks up and he sees you, and you can see that he rolls his eyes and then takes another drink from his goblet. Have you come to insult me more? Not to threaten to beat me up?
I have yet to threaten to beat you up, but no, I have not come here for that.
Kick his ass.
All right. So what you've come here to tell me a story about how bad the undead are? What is your purpose here, Southlander?
We all need to be on the same side.
Right.
Whether anyone likes you or not, that's beyond the point. We need to come to an agreement.
All right. And what agreement is that?
We all need to work together to take care of this whole undead problem. Because if you don't, they're going to overrun, and that's going to cause you more problems.
I think I agree with that. He takes another sip of his wine. So, I almost lost my life not too long ago. At Wallenberg. Takes another sip of his wine. And for whatever reason, Perun decided that I deserve to escape. So, ever since then, I thought it was appropriate to swear an oath that I would rid the lands of these vampires, these things that took over from us. I do believe, though, to do that we need the support of the dwarves.
I agree. They have shown to be very proficient with taking out the ghouls. And I kind of, because he's sitting down, right?
Mm-hmm.
I extend my hand and say, let's put this past us and let's fight to keep people from having to run away from their homes from the undead.
You've faced these... He looks up to you. He does not take your hand yet. You face these ghouls, it seems more than many. And you've walked away every time. So you should know better than anyone. I don't disagree that these ghouls are a threat. But what makes them so much worse than any other threat that we face? What about them makes them so much worse?
It seems like they're starting to plan more. And if they can start infecting more, then that plague, that disease can spread and then take over.
What do you know of this sickness, of this plague?
From the Graveslayers, they've talked about it being something that, if not cured quickly, will turn you into one. I have been blessed by Horus and have not succumbed to this kind of sickness, so I do not know how it feels to have that be done.
Have you ever met someone who has?
I have, and I have watched them be cured by priests.
He just took us all down.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check.
That's a disadvantage, isn't it?
Nope, it is a straight roll.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You were starting in the negative, so this is good.
You guys have any, got any good boy tokens?
I have one.
Nope.
Got one.
Make sure I didn't have any special thing for persuasion. Okay. It's not a 1. Chris, look at that little Kobe right there and see if I have a good boy token.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I do.
Which one is yours?
The top right one. It might be in the dice tower.
Please pardon the interruption, as Chris has to look through Josh's stuff that he should have already had.
Well, normally, in most games I play with Nick, I don't get inspiration or hero token, so it's a rarity.
I don't think so, Josh.
Yep, alright. I rolled a 7.
How the fuck did you manage this?
Well, you have to close it, then put them in.
This is all staying in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I spilled all these dice everywhere. Oh no.
This is what real D&D is. This is what it actually is.
Josh telling Chris to do stuff for him.
Yeah. No. Having to get dice and move shit around and...
Chris, can you give me a Pepsi?
Chris, I want grape soda.
I only do that when he's standing up.
Chris, bring a piece of pizza.
I do not abuse Chris that way.
No, you abuse him in other ways.
He just beats me.
Only on the weekends.
It's Sunday, by the way.
Archduke Ovgost looks at you. He still has not taken your hand. Says, perhaps you know better than I, but I have seen little that makes these common road ghouls something that I should be concerned about. I will not stand in your way, but he finishes his wine and stands up without grabbing your hand. I think our paths may take us different ways. And he goes and he sits down.
Should have kicked his ass.
Let's go to,
Not everything has to be about violence.
It's not too late.
let's go to Pan. Pan, you step over to Queen Ursula, who is standing near one of the windows of this place, looking out into the courtyard. And from the courtyard, she can kind of see the outside. You can see the exterior walls of the city, and you can kind of make out just the mobs of people that are outside.
Your Grace, might I bend your ear for a few moments?
Of course.
I'm sure you've heard I'm from Zobek, and regrettably I'm not very well traveled. I was wondering if you might tell me of your homeland.
No.
It does bring me pain to speak about it, but I can tell you that I will take it back.
Understandable, I get that.
Do you know that when Sister Adelind fell, that it was my decree that declared her a martyr?
Yes, I understand that she fell taking out a vampire, but was subsequently killed by ghouls in the process.
Have you ever seen, fought, spoken to, been in the presence of one of these creatures?
Ghouls or vampires?
Vampire.
I've fortunately not had the pleasure.
It's different. I've seen ghouls dispatched, but these creatures are so smart, so much like us. Smarter, even. If you came face to face with something like that, do you think you could overcome it?
So many times during our travels recently, we have faced odds that I didn't think we'd ever survive, but we always came out of it. I don't see why this would be any different.
And you think when you have these robes, you can make a difference?
I think we can. I think we can stop this ghoul invasion. I think we can help you take back your home. Put an end to all this refugee madness.
Is that true, or are you lying?
Why would I lie about that?
Persuasion check.
Yeah.
Advantage.
Sure.
What was the first one?
That was an 8.
8?
Plus 3, so 11.
Okay.
That's a 19 plus 3, so 22.
She looks at you. You see these rings of pearls that sort of outline her face. I believe that I know the next steps. And she kind of smiles at you. I believe that you four have a large part in that.
We're honored.
So you have your conversations with the court.
Yep.
Some went terrible.
Yep.
Some went okay.
Mm-hmm.
Some seemed to go pretty well. The court reconvenes. And there's some kind of discussion, like back and forth. Lord Cavanto is sort of, again, like the head voice here. He's sort of the one who leads the court, because this is his town. Before the four of you arrived, we were discussing that our dear Archduke would be going on a trip to Jost. I believe that is still the case. However, I believe that it is in everyone's best interest for the four of you to accompany him. For in that city you will find that which you seek. You may visit the Temple of the Shield Maiden with our blessing. You may speak to the Knights of Sif. And you shall find the holy robes.
Or what's left of them.
Or we send half of us with him and the other half to go talk to a dwarf.
That seems like a bad idea.
Well, 3 of us can go with him and 1 person can go talk to a dwarf.
And you go talk to the dwarves.
Archduke, you and your entourage shall leave tomorrow. We shall discuss further things, present company excluded, but I invite the 4 of you to rest the night. Here, we shall prepare rooms for you. Whatever you need shall be provided. You shall be guests of the court, and that is my final decision.
How does the Archduke seem to be taking this news?
Roll me an insight check.
That's a 4.
Based off of what Lord Cavanto says, and based off sort of the innate reaction you get from Avgost, the trip seems like it was pre-planned.
Sure.
This isn't something that's being sprung on him, just based off what you know currently. As you're getting up to leave, the Queen Ursula will stand. Say if these adventurers are going to accompany Avgost, then they should receive something to help supply themselves. If the 4 of you are willing to take this task and make sure that Avgost is protected, then I'm happy to offer you a coin for your troubles.
You flatter us, Your Grace. Happily, we'd love to, receive whatever we can to prepare.
She gives you, collectively, 500 gold pieces.
That's looking like 125 gold pieces apiece.
Yeah. I gotta buy a new tent anyway. That works out.
That's a hell of a tent.
Lord Cavanto nods in agreement with this. He doesn't have any problem with it. Says very well. They shall be given this stipend. Rest early, and then at first light tomorrow, the 4 of you shall leave with Avgost. To make things easier, I shall allow you to take the Fey roads.
Any of y'all know what that means?
Yes, the guy from another continent does.
You guys ever think that
What's that mean?
sometimes Josh made a character that was disconnected so he wouldn't have to care about things?
That sounds too fancy for me.
You can roll me, I really think nature. I mean, you could argue nature, you could argue arcana, you could argue history.
Are these like literal roads in the Feywild? Like, are we...
I'm going to argue arcana.
That's the best roll I'll get.
I think that's fine.
17.
Are we going to build our fucking nether portal, travel 100 blocks, and then end up going 800 in the overworld?
I only got a 9.
9.
Terrible roll.
Okay.
What are we rolling?
Nature, arcana, history, whatever. I think those are all appropriate rolls.
17 in nature.
Okay. 17's the highest so far.
8 Arcana.
I got a 9 nature.
Okay. So apparently Asim is the one who knows
God,
the story of the Fey roads. The countryside here, right? You guys have traveled it for a substantial amount of time. And it's dangerous. There are these forests, there are these roads that aren't always patrolled and monitored. There are a lot of things here that are very dangerous. What the Fey roads are basically a legacy of the previous Elven Empire that used to rule over all of these lands. They're also called shadow roads, the passages that tunnel through the Shadow Realm, linking Midgard with the Fair Place on the far side of the world. So Wes isn't entirely wrong. They're sort of like there are these gates that lead to the Fey Roads that allow very quick travel between points. Doesn't sound like any of you have traveled on the Fey Roads before. And I think one of the things that a sim would know with a 17 is that the network of roads, a large portion of it has been sort of overtaken by Shadow Fae. And any encounter with Shadow Fae could be very dangerous. And not in the fact that, you're going to have to like sword and board against these creatures, but just that they are conniving and mischievous. And it is always really important to take precaution. You also would know with a 17 that normally travel on these roads is limited to a small amount of people because there is basically an agreement between the kingdoms and the Fae. That's what you know.
I explained that to everybody. I picked it up when I was searching through it, Zebek, in the different churches.
As everyone is disbanding, Zoja will approach Finn, and she hands you a leather-bound book. Is it entitled The Tree of Knowledge? It has a snowdrop pressed between its pages. It says if you take this to the court, to the Temple of the Shield Maiden, it will allow you introduction to their priestesses.
Okay. I thank her for her help. Although I'm honestly a bit confused.
Perhaps you can learn something from them that will change the way you think.
Okay, I still thank her anyways. And
if you would have got her to like you, she would have given you something else too.
a little kiss.
But you don't get
her
that.
number.
Lord Cavanto approaches Merwin. He has something for you. He hands you what looks like a cloak, and it's sort of like folded over. Says, this is something that a remnant of my time as an adventurer, and I hope that it serves you as well as it did I. And he gives it to you.
What's it do?
This is a cloak of elven kind.
Oh.
I'm sure you know what that is.
Nope.
If not, you can ask your companions to explain it to you later.
I will do that. Thank you.
The queen will approach Pandemonium, and she reaches into her pocket and she hands you something. The undead are mischievous, dangerous, ravenous, whatever term you want to use, and it always helps to have some extra protection. And she hands you a crystal vial that looks like it is filled with water. Why don't you roll me an Arcana check or a religion check?
Yeah, we're gonna go with that first one.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Panties go back to Sunday.
22. 16 plus 6.
22. This is a vial of sunlight. Crystal vial filled with water from a spring high in the Cloudwall Mountains and has been blessed by a priestess of Lada. You can use an action to cause the vial to emit bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet for 1 minute.
Jeez.
This light is pure sunlight, causing harm or discomfort to vampires and other undead creatures that are sensitive to it. Once used, the vial can't be activated until the next day.
I didn't know it could be activated more than once, so that's pretty sweet.
Hold this tight.
I hold it tight. I crush it.
Hopefully it serves you well. It goes off. It blinds you.
Ah! Everyone here was secretly a vampire. They're all dead now. No, okay. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Archduke Avgast will approach Asim before he leaves.
He's just complaining that he's having to go with me.
I suppose that we'll be traveling together.
It seems that way. I look forward to it.
I just want you to know that
I hate you.
That my tent is my own. I don't look to share it with anyone.
Are we gonna have an enemies to lovers arc?
Regardless of how conventionally attractive you may be and how strong your shoulders look. Don't get any ideas.
Look, they're either gonna fight or fuck, and either way, I'm here for it.
Guys, we just got the job.
So
and
we're
there's
gonna
only
get
one bed.
We're gonna get enemies to lovers and one bed.
The Lord says that we'll need to leave in the morning, but I need a couple of days to get ready, so I'm gonna convince him otherwise. Use the time in the city to prepare for whatever it is, because we're not stopping on the way.
What if we have to pee?
Mostly because there's nowhere to stop. And I'll let you know right now that if something happens and you're suckered into the charms of some shadow fae creature, I'll not hesitate to cut you down myself.
Dude, what a way to go.
You understand? Do we understand each other?
I don't think it's me that you'll have to worry about.
That's yet to be seen.
And then he just looks at Pan.
And he finishes his goblet, he puts it on the table,
No, that's a man now.
and he walks out of the room.
All right.
Some magic items, 500 gold.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next time.